What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new weekly refresh for Trials and Arc Raiders. Now, I made a bit of a mistake last week by saying that it was, I believe, week two. It was actually week 11. But yeah, so this week makes it week 12. So let's get started. All right. The trials for this week are going to be deliver carryables. You can get that done on any of the maps, to be honest. The damage rocketeers, I prefer to get that done on Dam, and you can find the rocketeer either over here in the green area by the hydroponic dome complex. There's always one like kind of hovering around that extraction, the central swamp lift, or there's one hovering over the power generation complex, like over here over this extraction, and then there's one other spot over here on the Red Lakes balcony lift right outside of the testing annex. There's also a possible spawn point for the Rocketeer. You can honestly find them on any other map, but I like to play Dam a lot, so that's where I know where the spawn points are for the Rocketeer. So that's pretty simple. For the next trial, it's going to be Destroy Pops. Basically, you can find these in any buildings. Uh, Again, on Dam, I like to play Dam. So on the Dam, you'll find them inside of the tunnels. Let's go here. You can find them inside of the tunnels leading from the water treatment control all the way over to the research and administration building. There are definitely pops in there. There are pops in the research and administrating building, and there are also pops in the testing annex as well. So you'll definitely be able to find them there. I think you will be able to find them also in the greenhouses in the hydroponic dome complex as well. But again, if you guys prefer using a different map, then in Spaceport, I'm sure you'd be able to find them in the tunnel area that wraps around the entire spaceport and inside of the individual buildings as well. There's definitely some in the shipping warehouses too, so you'll be able to find them there. Buried City, you know, in the houses. They always hang out in the houses. That's where the pops hang out. Don't play Stellamontis. That place is cancer. Sorry. Blue Gate. I don't really play that too much. But yeah, those are the places you can find the pops. Next is download information inside the bunker. Well, we already know that you can only do that inside of the hidden bunker event that spawns on Spaceport. So whenever that happens, just make sure you guys are able to get in and interact with those computers and download the information. And then the last trial is going to be Damage Hornets, which is pretty self-explanatory. When you see those guys, just make sure you shoot them. I'd recommend using heavy weapons that use heavy ammunition, as that does the most damage to them. I did forget to mention that as well for the Rocketeers. Heavy ammunition for Rocketeers, or you can, hit them with a showstopper and then a dead nine, right? That's a pretty good way of getting some good damage on them. Anything that has high damage, I use sometimes the hull cracker. Sometimes I use that. Pretty decent with decent shot with that. So that's all we have for this week. There aren't any new skins in the store this week, unfortunately. They still have the same stuff that we went over last week. And we're not probably going to get a new deck until season 3, which doesn't begin until sheesh. I think we have 40 days left in this particular season, so we're probably not going to get another deck for another 40 days, unfortunately. The turnaround time for that's actually pretty whack. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys, and catch you next week for your Arc Weekly. Peace.